Every year, thousands of people visit Costa Rica and wonder the same thing. What if I didn't have to leave? What if this wasn't a vacation? What if this could be home? From relocation and real estate to lifestyle, family, business, and community, this is the Breakthrough to Costa Rica podcast, presented by All in Guanacaste, your guide to life on Costa Rica's Pacific Gold Coast.
Welcome back to the Breakthrough to Costa Rica podcast presented by All in Guanacaste. Today, we're taking on a debate that comes up all the time, Guanacaste versus Southern Costa Rica. This is one of those questions where people expect me to pick a winner. They'll say, Rob, you've lived in Costa Rica for years. Just tell me where the best place is. And my answer is always the same. There isn't one. There are places that are a better fit for different people. That's a much more important question.
It's kind of like asking whether someone should buy a pickup truck or a sports car. They're both great. They're just designed for completely different lifestyles.
Exactly. And I think people make a mistake because they come down for a vacation, they visit one beach, they fall in love with it. Then they assume all of Costa Rica feels exactly like that. It doesn't. The country is small on a map, but living in Guanacaste feels completely different from living down around Dominical, Uvita, Ojochal, or Manuel Antonio.
Let's start with probably the biggest difference, the weather.
For me, that's the biggest separator. Guanacaste is known as Costa Rica's sunshine province. During the dry season, you can go months with almost no rain. Even during the rainy season, a lot of mornings are beautiful before the afternoon showers roll in. You get a tremendous amount of blue sky.
Which is exactly what most Canadians picture when they think about moving to Costa Rica.
Right. If somebody says, I want to leave 6 months of winter behind, they're usually imagining Guanacaste. Now compare that to the Southern Pacific. It's rainforest, it's lush, everything is incredibly green. The waterfalls are spectacular. The mountains disappear into the clouds. It's absolutely beautiful. But there's a reason it's that green. It rains quite a bit more.
Some people love that rainforest feeling. Others realize after a few months that they really miss sunshine.
That's exactly it. Neither is better. They're just different personalities.
People assume all Costa Rican beaches are basically the same.
Not even close. In Guanacaste, you've got long sandy beaches, a lot of calm water, great swimming, amazing sunsets almost every night, marinas, beach clubs, restaurants where you're literally sitting with your toes in the sand. One of my favorite things is that you can drive 20 minutes and feel like you're in a completely different town. Flamingo feels different than Potrero. Playa Grande has its own vibe. They're all close together.
The southern beaches almost feel wild.
That's the perfect word. The jungle comes right down to the shoreline. Some beaches have huge surf. Some have almost no development. You can walk for quite a while without seeing another person. If your dream is feeling completely immersed in nature, that's hard to beat.
I think so too.
Life in Guanacaste is surprisingly convenient. We've got excellent grocery stores, private healthcare, international schools, gyms, golf courses, restaurants, reliable internet, an international airport. You still get the Costa Rica lifestyle, but you don't feel disconnected from the world, which I love. The Southern Pacific has conveniences too, just fewer of them. Things move slower. There are smaller towns, less shopping, less nightlife, less traffic, less commercial development. Some people hear that and immediately think, that's exactly what I want. Others start thinking, maybe that's a little quieter than I expected.
I don't think people appreciate how much airport access matters until they actually live here.
Especially if your kids or grandkids are coming to visit. Liberia International Airport is one of Guanacaste's biggest advantages. Friends can often fly directly from Canada or many US cities without going through San Jose. That's a huge quality of life improvement.
You also spend a lot less time driving.
The Southern Pacific usually means arriving in San Jose and then driving several more hours. Some roads are beautiful, some are winding mountain roads. Again, that's part of the adventure for some people.
Does one area offer better value?
I don't think it's really about value anymore. Both regions have become very popular. They're just attracting different buyers. In Guanacaste, you can find beachfront condos, luxury gated communities, golf communities. beachfront homes, family neighborhoods, pretty much every style of property. Rental demand is also very strong in many communities because tourism is active throughout the year. The Southern Pacific attracts people looking for acreage, jungle homes, eco retreats, very private estates. If your dream is waking up to monkeys outside your bedroom window, that's probably where you'll find it.
Something that doesn't get talked about enough, the community.
That's actually one of my favorite things about Guanacaste. The community is incredibly active. There are fitness groups, pickleball, golf, live music, beach cleanups, business networking, charity events. You'll meet people pretty quickly if you want to. The southern communities absolutely have wonderful people too. They're just generally smaller and spread farther apart. Some people love that. Others enjoy having more opportunities to connect.
All right, you have to answer the question. Which one is better?
I honestly can't, because I've met people who would absolutely hate living in Guanacaste, and they'd be perfectly happy in the Southern Pacific. I've also met plenty of people who moved south, then eventually relocated to Guanacaste because they realized they wanted a little more convenience. The right answer depends entirely on what kind of life you want. The first time I visited southern Costa Rica, I loved it. It is one of the most beautiful places. But when I started imagining my everyday life, where I'd shop, where I'd work, how often people might visit, what my daily routine would look like, I realized Guanacaste fit me better. For me, it offers the perfect balance. I can spend the morning at the beach, head into work, hit the gym, meet friends for dinner. That's why we chose Guanacaste. Not because it's objectively better, because it's the lifestyle that fits us. And that's really the point of today's episode. Don't ask, what's the best place in Costa Rica? Ask, what's the best place for me? You'll almost always end up making a better decision.
If you're thinking about moving to Costa Rica and you're still trying to figure out which area fits your lifestyle, we've put together a free relocation guide that covers many of the questions people ask before making the move.
You can download it free at allinguanacaste.com. And if you're planning a scouting trip, we'd be happy to point you in the right direction and help you compare the different communities. Thanks for listening, everyone. Until next time,
Stay warm.
or come south.